what is so sad, and audience, please try to understand what I'm saying. What is so sad is they do these things, like Clinton with his little lukewarm apology the other day, and then a few months back, I think he had the survivors of the test they did on with the syphilis on the brothers. One had survived, even though they, you know, didn't treat him and all that stuff, right? I think there was an apology for that or something, right? How many black people in America, roughly?
I'd say about 200 million, of which 40 to 50 million of them are black folk. All entitled to reparations, restitution, and the entitled land. Now, what else you want to know?
Exactly. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But 200 million black folks in this country listen to this rhetoric and don't stand up. Don't say anything. Do you see anybody saying anything of any magnitude?
Tell you why that is.
Do you see any of our religious institutions saying anything?
Tell you why that is.
Please.
When you become a minister of any consequence in the United States of America and you are black, when you or have any type of responsible position in the educational system throughout America, the Zionists have been so smooth that what he does, he pays these people a round-trip ticket to that fictitious state of Israel, and he has them come back as propagandists and apologists for that state. And you know what? That's Satan himself. In 1972, in the National Geographic, I have documentation that they call them the guardians of the city, that those people say that they don't even recognize their own brethren in the state of Israel, that is a secular state not set up by divine authority. And yet that area, what they say is so small in the Middle East, controls Asia, Africa, Europe, Latin America, North America, South America, and its influence on the American government is so fantastic until during the time of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and I have to revert back to him because a lot of us think that this man was our savior. The man was an absolute traitor to the black man and woman in America. And he came out of the church.
You really think so?
He came out of the church and he said this. He said, we are going to fight this beast with love power, soul power, after we've watched them being kicked, lynched, stomped, beaten, spit on, castrated. These were our flowers, our youth. Odell, I have sons and daughters. And I tell you, I did not have that woman of mine to submit to having our children, only to find them being eaten up by dogs, water holes, cattle prods. It would never happen. And yet, our people allowed this man to take them into this form of insanity. And he also knew, if you read his writings, he also knew about reparations that should accrue to the black man and woman in this country. But he said that it would be so great a price for the American coffers that it would break them, and that's not what he was all about. He decided to allow his brethren in the Masonic order, or those who were close around him, to get the job as a form of reparations. To hell with the rest. And that's exactly what happened. All of the people around him got high jobs. It's just like we talk about affirmative action. He who gives affirmative action can take affirmative action. Today, they're saying affirmative action is null and void. Right. Black people suffered in order to obtain affirmative action. And we watched the Hispanic, the Asian, white folks jump in on the bandwagon to receive that which should have accrued to black folks. What is going on? What's going on is that there has been...
They did not spend 300 years in bondage working for free.
That's right.
None of those people. For this country.
All right. Again, we get back...
So that's it. We should not have been locked with white women, Hispanics,
homosexuals, all that.
We should not have been locked with them. We should have had a separate consideration only to us. Now, if you want to give the other people something, that's your business. But for what we went through, what our ancestors went through for 300 years, that should have been designated to us and us alone. Do what you want for the other ethnic group, but we, because we are unique, our history is so unique in this country, different, I might say. Nobody else in this country have a history like ours.